Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Saturday, January the 14th at around 5:50. In today's video, I'd like to talk about solo amusement park trips, what to prep for, and so forth. So let's get started. First, um, know what car or truck you are taking. If it's your own personal vehicle, make sure all of the fluids and stuff are up to date. So that means like your oil, your transmission fluid, stuff like that. Also, make sure you have, uh, make sure your antifreeze is topped off. If your car has been known to leak antifreeze, the best thing to do is take a gallon or two with you, depending on how long you're going to be gone for. So that way, you know you're going to be good in that category. Also, if you have to get more, look up wherever you are, local like Menards or something in that ballpark. Now, um, what to look or what to take. Of course, clothes. Now, please be aware of what areas you're going to because different areas, the climates are different. So, the best thing to do is look either on the Weather Channel or something like that on the climates for that area and what is to be expected. Now, with the parks themselves, um, if you are going to a Six Flags or Cedar Fair park, make sure you have the right pass. Um, to get into most parks, uh, chain parks like a Six Flags or Cedar Fair park, you have to have the top level pass to get to multiple ones. So make sure you're good on that. Make sure it's also active, meaning like when it was time to renew it last year for this year, uh, you know what to look for. So you have that. Also, now this is more for the hotel stuff, which I'll get to here in a second. Now, with these parks, um, please note this: most parks nowadays are starting to go cashless. So the best thing to do is have like a credit card on hand, debit card on hand, something in that ballpark. Now, unless you have the drink plan and a food plan, please be aware of that. Now, a lot of the times the food plans don't include snacks unless it mentions in it somewhere. Now, for the hotel side of things, for a minute. Um, First, know where your hotel is. Uh, if you can, try and get one that's really close to the park. Now, um, we all have our own budgets for these trips. So the best thing to do is you know your own budget. So the best thing to do is try and stick in that budget the best you can. Um, Now, with a lot of these hotels, now not all of them, but most of them at least, they will have like discounts if you're a AAA member and stuff like that. Um, so it doesn't hurt to ask. Um, so if it's a hotel you've stayed at before, a lot of the times they will give you a small percentage off coupon to come back. So when I've stayed at Dollywood, the hotel I've stayed at down there, that's what they do. Um, Now, while you're there as well, depending on how long you're there for, the other things to do is look and see what is around there. especially if you go to a place like Dollywood or Silver Dollar City, the other stuff that's in that area. So I'm talking about like dinner theater shows and all that jazz. Now, um, the best thing to do also is, especially if you have a smartphone on hand, is make sure you have your make sure you put in where you're starting from and where you're ending. So that way you can put that into the maps category, um, and it will tell you how long to get there. The cool thing about maps, typically with at least iPhones, I can't say about Androids, is typically it will give you like three ways to get to your destination. Uh, One will be the fastest, another one will be somewhat fast, and then the other one will be longer. So that's up to you. And the other cool thing about it is it also talks about if there's toll roads in there somewhere. So, for example, when I was coming back from uh, Carowinds, uh, not about 2 weeks ago, uh, the map showed me a way I can get around all that without doing the toll roads as well. So that's the cool thing to think about. Now, lastly, is this. Um, Now, I should have mentioned this earlier, but it's good to mention it anyway. Make sure you also pack a lot of snacks and drinks with you. It can get really expensive to keep stopping at fast food places along the way to get like a Coke or a coffee or something like that. So the best thing to do is you can go to your local supermarket like Kroger, Walmart, something like that. And the best thing to do is maybe pick up like a 6 pack or something like that of something like Coke, Diet Coke, uh, Fanta Orange, whatever your favorite soda. Excuse me. Whatever your favorite soda is, uh, and that way you can drink what you want.